morning, everybody. I feel a bit of an idiot doing this, but we've been toying with the idea of doing a YouTube channel just to document our journey with becoming the caretakers of this farm we've been in since May. For those who don't know me, I'm Stacey. If you follow me on Instagram or you've come from TikTok, then you will know that we've been in this farm. We bought this farm in May. We are first generation farmers, so we don't come from a farming background. We didn't have a farm before. Yeah, this is a pretty big thing. It's a pretty big thing. It's a very big thing, in fact. But here we are. So we've been toying with doing this YouTube channel for, well, since before we moved here. Been sort of new at this and trying to build this place back up to a working farm it's been leaving us in quite a vulnerable position, in a vulnerable place, been new and navigating the challenges that obviously, I think since now it's about a year since we started this particular journey, it's about the right time. I feel like it's the right time to bring you along, and hopefully you can see what we get up to day. It's not, totally professional. I don't know. You'll have to see what you think. But yeah. So we began this journey a year ago. I think it was a year ago today. If the 5th of November was on a Saturday last year, I don't know how you would figure that out. Is it like a day on, forward or backwards? I don't know. Anyway, if it was on a Saturday, it was a year ago today. We got the response back from our relationship manager at the bank. I asked if we could borrow money to buy a farm. Previously, we had been going for farm tenancies in our area. So we went for about 5 tenancies over a period of about 2.5 years. We got close to the wire with 2, I'd say. Yeah, it ruined 2 summers. It absolutely ruined 2 summers because that's sort of when they both landed. We spent a lot of time, a lot of effort working on business plans, finding stuff out, going through interview processes and waiting. And it was absolutely heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking to be told no. Have that over and over. It is absolutely gut-wrenching. So if anybody is out there who is watching this because they've been going for tenancies or they've been looking at buying a farm and been roadblocked feels like they've been roadblocked at every eventuality, then I feel you. I really do. It completely wipes the floor with you. You put everything into building your business plans and things like that, and when you get the no, it's heartbreaking. I could cry now because it's awful. But anyway, so because we'd already been going for the tenancies, we had various different business plans. We'd chopped and changed which enterprises we were going to do. So we viewed this place on the 21st of November last year. This summer, September, I think, August or September, I think it was beginning of September, we were told we hadn't got the tenancy that we had worked on that summer. So we were on a bit of a, what are we going to do? Like, this is ridiculous. Like, we'd been for, we'd gone for 5 and we hadn't got them, and we couldn't see any more coming up in the area. So yeah, we viewed this place on the 21st of November. We put our offer in and then got to work on the bank. Our offer got accepted. We had to wait till, I think it was after Christmas, because there was a cash offer. So it's taken till now to be in a position to feel comfortable enough to share the journey. We've done a bit of work to the house, not a massive amount, more like decorating stuff. But now we've been here maybe 6 months or so, we feel sort of okay about bringing other people sort of in on our journey. It is a really vulnerable time, and it's a really vulnerable place where you aren't 100% sure, things are new to you, and you just well, crack on and get going, so you can just sort of roll forwards without thinking, oh, should we do this, should we do that, or all that sort of thing. So it's a very gloomy day today here in Yorkshire. I think it's going to brighten up later. So I'll try and show you as much of the farm as I can. It's very wet in the yard. I will take you on a tour at some point. So if we quickly run across the courtyard outside, I'll just show you outside. We have a beef enterprise, so we've got most of the store cattle in here. So this is our store cattle area. It's Wednesday today, so it's bedding up day. Scraping out and bedding up. Yes, so we have most of our stores in here. There's still some to come in. We also have a calf rearing enterprise, so the calves live in here. Let me just turn the light on. Oh, it didn't work. Wrong one. Yeah, so we have the calves in here, so they have their own section in the shed. We've recently moved them in here, which works a lot better, just to keep everything separate. We have these sort of purpose-made hurdles for like calf height, so we can see them quite easily. We can get in and out very easily. It's great, it works really well in here. These are the older calves. It would be better if we had 3 sections, to be fair, because this group is an older group and a middle group that we have to join together because we don't have enough space, because we got 18 new calves on Thursday last week. And they're all in here, and obviously they come in and they're in their own pen because they're training to go on the feeder. And if there's any illness or anything that we need to look out for, we can see them very easily if they're in their own pen. Hello. So calf-wise, we usually get Angus crosses. Mainly because in our area, that's what people prefer to buy as weaned calves. Angus cross, dairy cross bulls is generally what we try and get. They do really well. They're obviously naturally polled, so we don't have to dehorn them or despud them. Some of them come already castrated, but the rest we keep entire, just because that's what people prefer around here. We have nearly 40 in here at the minute, so it's the most we've had of our own calves. We did do a Wagyu scheme, but the length of time you have to keep them doesn't really work for our system. You have to keep them quite a long time till they're at the weight that they like them to move on to a grower, and that just didn't really work for our cash flow. So we've just moved away from that now, and we source our own calves. They're cracking calves. We've not had any issues with them. Obviously, we do have issues with the odd one, from movement, a bit of sickness, a little bit of pneumonia. We generally don't suffer from scours, which is good. But I mean, whether that's because we're in a new place, we don't have a build-up of like crypto or coxy or anything like that. We have had coxy on the farm, so we do coxy drench. I don't think there's anything you can do for crypto, so you just have to monitor it, and general cleanliness and care for the calves if they do catch the crypto. So all in all, at the minute, I think we have, probably including the calves, over 150 head of cattle on at the minute, which is manageable for the size of land we have. We have just under 110 acres. Our shed space is workable and it is good and it is usable, but obviously you do run out of space, and if it's wet and paddly, not everything can stay outside. The sucklers are still out. They are up on the higher ground, so hopefully they won't be paddling in, knee deep in mud or anything like that. They do need to come in. They have calves with them that obviously need separating off. They'll need probably castrating, dehorning, weaning. I think they've probably by now nearly naturally weaned off. They'll just be, I don't know, habit suckling now, but they are pretty big, so they don't need to be. So we're going to get them in end of November when it's dry, and then do all those bits that we need to do for them. And I'll just take you down here just to show you, we have a campsite which wasn't originally on our plan, to be fair, but when we moved here we saw this space and thought, that'll look like a really good campsite. And it was. We originally opened on a 60-day license. We then developed that into an exemption license, so now we can open all year round. We don't, because it's rough up here, so we're closed now. But yeah, it was really good, so I'll just show you that. So that field there is the campsite. There's the loos and the shower, and it's this field here. And on a clear day, that has the most amazing view. The sun sets over there, so in summer it's like being at Cafe Mambo, no joke, it's amazing. Yeah, so that's our campsite there. It's still a work in progress, we will develop it, but we wanted to keep it sort of nearly wild, so not too many frills. We do have plans as well for, we originally had plans, for a shepherd's hut, but on investigation and my researching and brainstorming sessions, it's not the most economical thing to buy. They're really expensive, really expensive, and you can get such better things, better value for money in other things. So what I've done is here I have bought, it's like a little log cabin. It needs some work to get it to be livable, so it's just the shell, but it's not as big as a shepherd's hut, so the toilet and the shower will be separate. But I really want it to be like a quirky, like log cabin style, like accommodation. So I think this is going to work really well, and I'll show you where it's going to go. So here is the little gate, well, it isn't a gate yet, but it will be, that lends itself to a cute little area for a cabin. Now, how gorgeous is that tree? Just all that burnt orange. Guests would come in here through this little gate, and the cabin would be down here in this area. So it's like a little private woodland. We'll have to fence a little bit off. Little moles in there as well. Ooh, have to get those. Hi, Sid. Sid. Oh, here he comes. He's waiting to go in. He's going in tomorrow. Come on, Sid. Hello, handsome. You ready for tomorrow? It's your big day. It's your debut. Are you looking well? You're looking fit, not fat. Ready and raring to go. Tony, what about you? Oh, thank you very much. Shake like a dog. What about you, Tone? Hey? Sid, are you ready to go? You're a good boy. So, yes, these guys are going to follow me now. Are you going to follow me? No? No. Yeah, so anyway, I better go back. Like I said, it's Wednesday, so it's bedding up day. Mr. Jakeman is back from the school run, so I better go and help him with the gates. Otherwise, my guts will be for garters. We're just on with doing our jobs that we needed to do today. One of them was clear out the sick bay for the calves, because we put all the new calves in there because we hadn't cleaned out their pen when they arrived. So we covered in straw the whole sick bay area, which I'll show you. And then when we'd cleaned out their actual pen and that, we'd left it. So we needed to do that, so that was a job. Now we're going to crack on and bed up the stores. So one of our daily tasks as well is, because we have new calves that they arrived a week ago tomorrow. They're still training on the auto feeder that we have, so we come in like we're in here all the time, but we come in 3 times a day just to sort of shuffle them up a bit so they come into the feeder, because some still don't really get it. They do eventually get it, that they recognise that they can go whenever they want, but they still associate getting milk with a person at the minute. So when you come in, they all sort of get up and then come over here. Yeah, until they sort of realise that you can just go whenever you want. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing now. bull here, he's got a white tip, I don't know if you can see that on the end of his tail, so cute. This little bull actually with a white tip tail, it's got really sticky eyes. And I was thinking yesterday, I wonder, when I was having my babies, if they got sticky eyes, breast milk was the thing you did to get rid of it. You would like bathe them with breast milk. So I wondered if like colostrum would get rid of sticky eyes. Our last batch, not last batch, one before that, they all got a bout of sticky eyes. It did go eventually, but it's just not very nice for them. So, oh, who's done that? Massive amount of poo on one of them's jacket. Oh, you've just been, so you can go and lie down now. Let's see. Need my phone now to see who's been in and who hasn't. One of the older calves in here, this one here, number 11, here she is. Her jacket is far too small, but she's such a bitch to catch. She doesn't like it. But she isn't drinking a lot, and they are on the edge of weaning. Then they're going to start to wean. We've pulled them back a bit because they weren't eating their food, they weren't eating the pellets, so we delayed the weaning because we didn't want to start weaning them when they weren't eating enough of the pellets of the starter feed. So we changed the feed and now they're wolfing it, which is great. But yeah, she's not going into the feeder as much as she needs to be. She's hanging around it, but I think because there is a lot of big boys in here, yeah, I don't know if she's just getting pushed about a bit. So I'm going to give her a little hand. I'm going to push the big boys out the way just so she can get in. I did change the teat this morning as well because they've been chewing it. So a lot of them don't like the teat when it's been chewed, and a lot of them don't like the teat when it's new. So yeah. What a tune, what a tune. So I'm just on my way to school now. I'm actually late now because single day I do the school pickup and I get stuck behind something every time. I get to a certain point in the journey and I get stuck behind something. So it's been a good day overall. I hope you've enjoyed joining in on our day-to-day happenings. I didn't manage to capture us bedding up. I don't know if it's very interesting or not. Maybe to some, there's a bit of machinery involved, so if you like that kind of thing, then perhaps it is. I don't know. But yeah, so tomorrow is a big day in our calendar actually. Our tup's going with our yows, so we need to gather them all in. We need to take the teasers out and put the tups in. Yeah, the teasers have been in there for 2 weeks, so the tups, the fertile tups need to go in now. What we're going to do is we're going to separate. We have a small flock of purebred Suffolks, so they're going to have a Suffolk tup over them, and our Suffolk mules are going to have a Texel tup over them. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we're going to have some cracking lambs in the new year. We'll probably start lambing, well, who knows, but yeah, beginning of April is what we're aiming for. We're trying to tie it in with the Easter holidays, just so it relieves us from doing the school runs, which takes 2 hours of our day at the minute. And yeah, and the kids have been there to help us as well. That is nice. So yeah, so hopefully, fingers crossed, it will all go to plan. Maybe not.